good evening. This is Wallace Gator Bradley, president of United in Peace, Inc. And today we're going to have a very interesting show. I'm not going to talk too much or even period about what's happening with Trump because what's happening here in Chicago is more important. You see where the superintendent got a chance to go to Washington, D.C., Superintendent Johnson got a chance to go to Washington, D.C. to meet with Sessions on solutions on trying to stop the senseless violence in the city of Chicago. And he asked for some help with various law enforcement, more FBI, more alcohol, tobacco, and firearms, more DNA individuals to come help and assist him with eradicating the crime within our community. But at the same time, he also asked the Attorney General, U.S. Attorney General Sessions, for monies for programs that the mayor is pushing, like the mentoring programs and all of that. And I was impressed with the Attorney General Sessions allowing Chicago Superintendent Eddie Johnson to sit at the table amongst all the various different law enforcement individuals, national law enforcement individuals, from the FBI to the DEA, the Drug Enforcement Agency, the Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearm, and Homeland Security. And that was respecting the fact that Trump is constantly saying he's going to send someone in, he's going to send the feds in to do what he can to help stop the senseless shootings and killings that's happening within our community. And we have to own up to what the superintendent is doing because, as you know, I'm a firm believer, as well as United in Peace, Inc., are firm believers that it takes all of us to help turn the tide against senseless shootings and killings within our community. With that, I want to let everyone know that this show wouldn't be possible without Miss Terry Marsh, who is the producer and the director of this show. And I got to give her plus. And some of y'all may say I'm doing it because it's real personal, because I love this woman, but hey, that's a different story. But it takes all of us to do what we have to do. One of the things that I understand that our treasurer in the city of Chicago, the city treasurer, his name is Kirk Summers. He's a young man that he invests the city's pension funds, and $68 million that he had got from investing the city's funds were going into the budget, the 2017 budget for the city. Well, lo and behold, this young brother has done a wonderful job investing in the city's pension fund money that he ended up with an extra $57 million over the $68 million that he had was able to bring back in a profit from the investments. And one of the things that he wants to do is use that $57 million to help invest into anti-violence strategies within the different wars in the Afro-American community. And I think that's wonderful. I believe that's marvelous. And I think all of us need to support the aldermen that's in our communities, be it that they are with the, if you're on the west side, support your alderman, okay? If you're on the south side, support your alderman. If you're in the Hispanic community, support your alderman so that they can let the mayor know that they would like for him to invest some of those funds into their wards to help turn the tide against violence within their community. And I want to say, I got a caller. Caller, could you please state your opinion?
Yeah.
I respect your opinion, and please
James.
state your name.
Okay, James.
Hey, Brother James, how you doing?
okay, right now you need to step down, and the media going too far with all this violence. And okay, it's just like they're helping them. Okay, now, okay, Andre Hall. Okay, you heard about that girl named Rihanna, right?
Yeah.
Now, nobody ain't gonna turn her in, but okay, like Ron Manuel, the media, and Andre Hall always come in the black community, always talk about turning black people in, but I don't hear them turning that girl in, the one that legal immigrant, and then everybody behind.
Okay. You know, hey, brother James. You know, I'm with you, and I support you, and I respect your opinion, and you're right. Okay, but this show and the concerns of this show is where we as African Americans do our share to help turn the tide against senseless violence, shooting, and killings of African Americans by other African Americans. And one of the things that I'm trying to showcase is that African American elected officials and appointed officials are doing what they can within their power to help us eradicate the antisocial behavior within our community. And I agree with you, because you say it all the time, and I agree with you all the time. And one of the things that I want to share by me making mention of our elected officials who happen to be African Americans, I want to talk about two Cook County elected officials, okay? One of them is Cook County State's Attorney Kim Foxx. One of her pet peeves and a promise that she gave when she was campaigning was that she was going to do everything that she could legally to help right the wrongs of individuals being wrongfully convicted. So she has kept a promise. She helped free 4 guys that was involved with who was wrongfully convicted, called the Marquette Four. I read in the paper yesterday that Ms. Kim Foxx is planning to revamp the integrity unit to help her with the wrongful convictions. Also, Cook County Chief Judge, Cook County Timothy Evans, is letting it be known that suspects will get lawyers once they enter the jail, once they get arrested. That hasn't been done, and I'm speaking as an ex-felon, and I know a lot of guys, when they get arrested to get to the county jail, the state's attorney is there, but there's never a lawyer that's there to help you so you can make sure that you don't say anything that will incriminate you. I want to give both of those elected officials a thumbs up, and I want to tell you, thank you, and to God be the glory for you making those moves to make sure that everybody is entitled to a fair trial and a fair prosecution. And I'm hearing a lot of people always talking about what the mayor's not doing and what President Trump ought to be doing and what the Cook County board president and the governor should be doing. I believe one of the things that they will do, because I'm seeing what they're doing and I'm paying attention to what they're doing, is that they're listening more and more to the people. And when you see what's happening in Washington, D.C., where you have a president that said that the former president bugged his phones and he has no evidence, and rightfully so, it's a lie because he didn't do it. Then you hear people within President Trump's administration try to give the impression that it was England or Great Britain who were the ones that bugged President Trump's residence. And then you come to find out that they had to apologize because that too was a lie. But I want you to pay attention to March 20th. There's a lot of attention about the Senate and the Congress investigations that's investigating the Russians and President Trump's staff that was involved in his election. But don't go to sleep or don't get so caught up in what's happening with Trump and the Russians and you miss the fact that they're having a confirmation hearing on the Supreme Court nominee that Trump wanted to push. Me, myself, I feel that those senators should maybe hold back on that confirmation hearing until everything gets straightened out about the lie, about the wire that President Trump said that former President Barack Obama bugged his phones, and after the hearing about the influence that Russia has on what is happening with Trump and the appointments of people to his administration based off of the fact that the Russian government interfered with the elections of those in the United States. You know, and me, myself, I want to let the brothers know, if you're out there engaging in senseless shootings and killings, you're going to be pegged and tagged as an urban terrorist. And that can be done with the stroke of a pen. President Trump has that power. With technology being what it is, they have data. They know the individuals who may do the shootings as well as the individuals who are going to be the ones that's getting killed from someone that's doing the shooting. This is data. You keep hearing the superintendent talking about it every time there's senseless shootings and killings within our community. And we find them, three of them was found dead in a car on the south side of Chicago. One of them in the trunk and two of them in the seat. When you find that 5 people get shot in a house, 3 of them get killed, those are mass shootings here in the city of Chicago. When you see where a father can be charged because a 3-year-old got shot in his home accidentally, but it happened to be his gun. We scream about something has to be done, and when something is being done, we get worried because the individual who may have been involved in the senseless shootings and killings happen to be a family member. And the community has the power to help turn the tide on this violence by letting the fear of God be in them, okay? And not being afraid to tell on who they know is terrorizing their community. I speak on this because this is a public safety platform. I set this platform up for you to be able to speak so people can hear you. But I thank God for allowing me, this show, to be able to assist you with your look, listen, and learn tour. You won't be able to say that Gator didn't say anything. And I'm willing to listen to what you have to say. With that being said, let me tell you how you can get in touch with me. You can reach me at United in Peace, Inc. My webpage is the BradleyReport.UnitedInPeaceInc.org. My email is LAGator, that's LAGATOR, the letter B as in boy, the number 4, the word peace, and that's at yahoo.com. And my phone number is 312-371-6914. Again, you can reach me at United in Peace, Inc. And my webpage is the BradleyReport.UnitedInPeaceInc.org. inc.org, and my email is LAGATOR, the letter B as in boy, the number 4, the word peace, at yahoo.com, and my phone number is 312-371-6914. And I see I got a caller on the phone. Caller, could you state your name? Could you share your opinion? Because it's being respected on this show.
Yes, Gator. This is Steve, and how you doing today?
Hey, Steve, how you feeling, son?
Hey, Gator. I told you this once before. I really don't need our president to do anything except send us some of the surveillance that we know that the United States government has. Send us over some of those drones. Send us over there some of that technology that they have, and they could find out. You know, they could even find out where a shot is being fired from. You know, back in the old days, people used to hit those guns, and then they put the urine in their hand, and they will never known that they shot. Well, now they have technology. Now they know. It's no ands, if, and doubt about it. So don't be talking about sending us some help. You know, he just went over there, and the AG, and you got Donald Duck in the office. You got Daffy Duck as the AG. So, that is two comical situations.
You know, brother, I'm gonna share this with you because you're 100% correct. But let me bring you up to speed. All that you just spoke about, that is here. Okay? We have that situation in the 7th district and the 11th district. Police district here in Chicago. They got the antennas up, whatever it is, where they know they can track a shot to where it's at. And I want to share this with you. They probably had them drones riding in the air, going through Inglewood, on the west side, North Lawndale, the two areas where they say the majority of the shooting and killing is coming. That's how they've been getting all that data.
Well,
they know who they coming to. You follow what I'm saying? And my thing is this. When he make mention about the different agencies that he asking them to come in, they're already here. Okay? So all that data, because you know, my time is getting short, so I don't want to do this dog and pony show going back and forth with you. I agree with you. That stuff that you said you won't hear is here. That technology that you're asking for is here. They know that individuals use urine to wash the residue from the guns off their hands. They got stuff that they can find out when they did it and everything else. But the most important thing that they got here, we in our community know the individuals that's doing the shooting and the killing because they put it up on Facebook, they Instagram it, they tweet it, and then they come back in our communities and they terrorize us. So I'm with you 100%. I'm glad you asked that question or shared that opinion. But I'm here to tell you that you spoke about is here and it's happening. You know what I mean? And I want you to share that with your friends because most important thing, I call it 3B syndrome. The barbershop, the beauty salon, and the bars. When we go in there and we talk about it and we share information that we have read, it gets mentioned to the community. Okay? And with that, I got a very special guest that's going to be coming on. He's real special to me. He's going to be special to you. But again, let me share with you how you can reach me. And that is Wallace Gator Bradley. I'm at United in Peace, Inc. Okay? And this is the Bradley Report. And my webpage is thebradleyReport.unitedinpeaceinc.org. My email is LAGATOR, the letter B as in boy, the number 4, the word peace, at yahoo.com. My phone number is 312-371-6914. This young gentleman that I have coming on now, I'm going to let him introduce himself to you.
Well, my name is Kyle Bradley. Of course, I am the son of United Peace President Wallace Bradley, and basically, I'm just a grad student at Eastern Illinois University. I'm taking up kinesiology and sports studies. Later on in life, I plan on being a health and wellness coordinator, as well as doing cardiac rehab.
You know, Carl, I'm glad you want to come on the show and share your opinion on how you feel, you as a young adult. And one thing I want to share with the viewing audience is that in May you'll be getting your master's
Yes, sir.
in this. So I was blessed to go with you to the barbershop, and everybody know I don't spend that much time in the barbershop. But could you share with them what you and your barber was talking about in terms of getting information out to the community?
Well, basically, we were just talking about in his barbershop, the barbershop I get my hair cut at, just hopefully one day bringing all the communities together in the Hundreds area to just sit down and, just talk and get together, as one, because at the end of the day, we're all brothers no matter what. And we just want to, basically talk about stopping the violence, and not just do it for us, but do it for the kids. We have kids one of these days want to be lawyers and doctors, et cetera, et cetera. Most importantly, let them enjoy their childhood, because back when we was younger, we would always go to the park, shoot hoops, get on the swings and everything. But now you can't do that because, parents feel like they're taking the rest of their kids. So basically, just having it in the barbershop, we want to talk to all the gangs and get them together, just basically telling them, just keep the guns off the streets, and let the kids live, let them enjoy life.
See, we got a caller on the line. Caller, could you please state your name and voice your opinion? Because your opinion is respected on this show.
Hey, good evening, gentlemen. Gator, this is Floyd Davis. How you doing, my brother?
Hey, man, how you feeling, sir?
Man, I'd just like to commend you, man. You've been consistent with this message, man. And, we was talking with brothers in state, out of state. You know what I mean? Your name is always spoken with honor and respect. And, man, we got to really get out here and stand up and be the men in our community. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I really appreciate it.
Hey, man, I'm glad you called in. And, Carl, me and this brother go back a long way with stopping the violence. And his son is now a lawyer, and a public defender. You follow what I'm saying? And this brother used to be with the Stones. You follow what I'm saying? And I was just showing you. Hey, man, I got some good news for you, too, man. Brother Sharif was released.
I talked to him today.
You spoke to him today? So then you know just what you saying. That's what we doing. The brothers call from around the country, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
right.
I'm glad you took the time to call in to share because I feel you, Joe, right through this here. You know what I mean?
Right.
All we gotta do is give God the glory. You know what I mean? Because man,
keep on moving.
we gotta keep on moving. We can't stop. We in too deep, man. I appreciate you, man.
I'm gonna hit you after you get off the show.
You got it, man. I love you, man.
I love you too, Gator. Peace.
Thanks, man. Man, God, that's what you and Cav was talking about is right on time. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And it's an honor to me for you and I to be able to share something with others generationally so that they can see that your concerns help enlighten me. Like my past that I've done helps enlighten you.
Yes, sir.
And one of the things I want to let the viewing audience know that I love him like I do because he was the child that my wife and I took behind the wall to meet Larry Hoover when he was 2 years old. And Larry Hoover only wanted him to be able to not follow the route that we took. He wanted my son and his sons to be able to end up going to a school, get education, where they won't stop them getting education, work a job, provide for their families, to show them that there is an alternative to senseless shootings and killings. All you gotta want to do is want to live and make it where your neighbors can live. Because we all have a responsibility to make it where our children can be able to go to school and get a positive understanding. And hey, man, with that, I want to say, man, love you, man.
Appreciate
God
it.
be the joy. For
Yes,
real,
sir.
man.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Doc.
Appreciate it.